Knowledge means different things to different people, but can we agree that knowledge is empowering? I bet you do. My name is Ololade Uge, and I'm super excited to have you tune into my podcast. Let's toast to knowledge. It is my hope that we learn and grow together on here from the range of topics that we'll be discussing, starting from education and self-improvement to art, society, culture, and spirituality. Essentially, what I'm saying is I want you to enjoy the ride with me. So stick around. Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of LTTK, Let's Toast to Knowledge. My name is Ololade Uge and I am your host. So today I will be discussing how to deal with criticism from my own perspective. First things first, what is criticism? Thankfully, we are in an age where we can always, do some Google search and find out what it is we're confused about. And I wanted to get a perspective of what criticism was from the dictionary. So I did a Google search and I found that criticism is the expression of disapproval of something or someone on the basis of perceived faults or mistakes. Now, let's be real. We all struggle with criticism a lot. If we really think about it, it's something that everybody can resonate with. And I will tell you one of the things that happens to me when I am criticizing myself. For example, I try to get some work done, but I'm not excited about the outcome of the work. And I really feel bad about the work. I feel that maybe I should have done something better or something. And then I try to just, make myself feel bad. And then I start to look down on myself and my abilities. And that's like an example of what I struggle with sometimes. And I'm not the only one on this table. If you think about it, I'm sure you probably have experienced that too. Since I'm not the only one, then I think it's important that we talk about it and learn how we can deal with it. Personally, I think it's important to establish that criticism can actually be channeled positively or negatively, depending on how you look at it or how you perceive it. And to put it in context, I would give you a personal experience. So I remember when I used to work at my previous company and I was given some job to prepare a newsletter, and my ED or line manager was supposed to review it after that. I dropped the work on my ED's table and she calls me after maybe an hour and she's like, "This work is not my best." She knows that it's not my best, and I'm looking at the paper that I printed and there are so many errors and I'm just very confused. I'm very discouraged. So two things can happen at that point in time. The first thing is I could decide to say something in my mind, of course, what's wrong with this woman? Why is she always making me feel bad about my work? Why is she a perfectionist? Why does she always make me feel like I cannot do this thing at all? I'm not smart, I'm not brilliant. That's one aspect of it. Another side is for me to think that, my boss actually wants the best for me. My boss believes in my abilities and thinks that I can do a better job, and I don't want to disappoint her, so I am going to put my best foot forward. I'm going to try and get the work done and make it better. Now that is one example of two different outcomes to one situation. The first was negative, the other was positive. That makes me understand that criticism can actually be constructive, and it's constructive when it's made to point out mistakes that you've made. But not only that, it also can show you how you can improve. So it's not that bad after all. If at the end of the day it's to make you a better person, then it's not bad. On the other hand, the thing is, criticism can actually be destructive, and that's when you let it get to you and hurt you and damage your self-esteem and confidence in your own abilities. Now, take note of the word you, because I would like to think that it is about you, not about the person. You are the only one who can control your reaction. You cannot control how someone is going to give you a feedback. You cannot, as much as you wanted to try, at the end of the day, the person is who the person is. And some people are just very critical of others when giving feedback, and they don't even know that they're hurting another person. But I think that it's important for you to understand that if you cannot control how the person talks to you or gives you the feedback, you can actually control your reaction to it and see what you can learn from it, because there's always something to learn. Now, I have had my own fair share of negative criticism as well, but thankfully, I did not allow it to weigh me down. I mean, if we're being honest, of course, when someone gives us a negative feedback, it hurts. It's very painful. Sometimes we're even forced to react negatively, but we just need to step back and think about everything. Like, think about the outcome of your behavior. If you were to react in a very negative manner, how will that make you look? What will that do? What impact will that have on your relationship with the person, a boss or your parent or something, So you just have to think about that. Major point to note here is that whichever criticism you face, you just need to analyze it and find out what you can learn and improve on. If it's coming from a bitter place, you think it's the person that has the problem. Maybe not only you has complained about the person, maybe another set of friends or group of colleagues have also said things about that person's style of feedback delivery. Then you need to just let go. There's nothing you can do, really. You just need to move on and don't allow it to get to you. Don't dwell so much on the issue, because people will not always be kind when giving you a feedback. People are very different, and some people are strangely difficult, and interestingly, they are also dealing with their own issues. So sometimes it's them projecting their own insecurity, on you. So you just have to understand that and just let it go. I would also recommend that you step back, you calm down and try to see things from the other person's perspective, the person who criticized you. Sometimes, you just need to really, really think about it. Think about all the scenarios, think about what the person said to you and what the person really meant. Put it into perspective, because really there's always something to learn from criticism. Essentially, try to learn what you can and use it to improve on yourself. Just a quick recap of what I said. I talked about how to deal with criticism from my own perspective. I said that it's very important to understand that you can use criticism to your own advantage or disadvantage, depending on how you react to a feedback from someone or something that did not go your way. It's important to note that when you are being criticized, you really need to analyze what the problem is. Could it be that maybe there's something in you that needs to actually be worked on? Because oftentimes that's the case. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So when we get feedback, the important thing is to really look back and see what it is that we can actually change to improve ourselves, to get better. Another tip is maybe when someone has given you feedback, you can ask your friends of their opinion to see if it's something that maybe is actually true and needs to be taken note of. That's something that you can do. And if you have a supportive network of friends, then it's even easier. All you need to do is just ask them some questions about you, and they can also introduce you to your blind spots, the things that you do but you don't even know that you do. And maybe that is affecting your productivity at work or something like that. We learn every day, really. So you have to just try to learn what you can and leave the rest. That's it for today's episode. Thank you for joining me. It was so much fun discussing this, and I hope to speak to you soon. Meanwhile, you can keep in touch with me on social media. My name is Ololade Oge on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and if you're not on any of these social media platforms, you can also write me an email. My email address is mailtheolola@gmail.com. If you didn't get that, mail, M-A-I-L, the Olola, O-L-O-L-A @gmail.com. Until next time, LTTK, let's toast to knowledge. Bye.